Well, in wake of the pedestrian accidents, Mallory West joins us now with more on how to stay safe. Mallory?
Jennifer, according to the Louisiana Highway Safety Commission, in 2023, there were 147 pedestrian deaths and 1,234 pedestrian injuries in Louisiana. Now, to fight the rising rate of pedestrian deaths, Major Anthony Washington with the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office says several factors are always important to remember. For drivers, always pay attention and be aware of your surroundings. Never leave an accident, even as a witness, and absolutely never drink and drive. Major Washington says for pedestrians, wearing reflective gear at night saves lives.
Obey signs and signals. Walk on sidewalks whenever possible. If a sidewalk is not available, then walk facing the flow of traffic. Cross streets at crosswalks or intersections. Avoid alcohol or drugs when walking or driving. Increase your visibility when walking at night. You can carry a flashlight or wear reflective clothing.
Major Washington also says not obeying the laws can come with major consequences, such as fines or even jail time. Jennifer?